Hey, what's up, everybody? We need to talk about this AEW World Heavyweight Championship situation. They had the Casino Battle Royal to determine who was going to face Jon Moxley at the end of AEW Dynamite, and the winner of that match would go on to the AEW NJPW Forbidden Door pay-per-view event that comes up, I think, next week, and then that person would be the interim AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Now, there's been all kinds of speculation as to what direction they were going to go ever since we found out last week that arguably the biggest star in AEW right now, CM Punk, is down with an injury and is going to be gone for an unknown amount of time due to a broken foot, what's assumed to be a broken foot. He said like a broken wheel, which we can all assume is pretty much a broken foot. But there's been all kinds of speculation as to what direction they were going to go. Who was the right person to become the interim AEW World Heavyweight Champion, to hang on to the title as interim champion until CM Punk was ready to go, whether it's 4 months down the line, 5 months, whatever it is, in time for All Out in September? Maybe, who knows? But right now, AEW is in need of a big-time star, a big-time world champion to carry the company into the summer and beyond until Punk is ready to go again. The winner of this Battle Royal turned out to be Kyle O'Reilly. The fact of the matter to me is this Battle Royal was not good. This was not a great Battle Royal. This was not a good representation of the best that AEW has to offer in terms of the main event scene. There was already, criticism as to the ranking system, because the ranking system hasn't really made a whole lot of sense since they kind of just update it and just completely throw random people into the mix, into the top spot. Like Moxley was number 4, and then all of a sudden after one day he jumped to number 1, which made absolutely no sense to most people, and Tony Khan went on one of his famous Twitter rants to try and explain it to fans, but most people just kind of think they were just, changing the rankings and adjusting it to suit the direction they wanted to go creatively. No disrespect to anybody else in the Battle Royal. I have no problem with Kyle O'Reilly. I love Darby Allin. I have no problem with Andrade. Keith Lee. There's all kinds of really good superstars in this match, but the fact of the matter is, how do you justify not having half of your main event roster, quote-unquote main event talent, in this match? I get that they just announced that they created a new championship, an All-Atlantic Championship, which is essentially AEW's Intercontinental Championship, representing all of the different countries in the Atlantic. Now, I get that they want to save some wrestlers for this tournament that they're doing to crown this new champion, but that still doesn't change the fact that the AEW World Championship should probably take priority over this new title. And the fact of the matter is, Kyle O'Reilly going on to face Jon Moxley, I'm sure it'll be a great match, but that's not an interesting route to go. And we've got to be honest about this. We've got to be honest. Everything that's been going on with this MJF situation, everything that's been going on since his pipe bomb promo, the wrestling world has been talking about this. It's the main thing that the wrestling world has been talking about. MJF is the talk of pro wrestling right now. He is the biggest name in professional wrestling right now. Nobody's talking about anything that's going on in WWE. Nobody's talking about anything going on in Impact or NJPW or any other professional wrestling promotion. Right now, all the questions are about what's going on with MJ fucking F. And I think it's a completely blown, pissed away opportunity on the part of Tony Khan to not capitalize on this MJF situation with the world title picture. You are in need of a top drawing star to carry your world championship. Again, I love Jon Moxley. I've loved him for years, but he's been the world champion before. That's the bottom line. He's been the world champion before, and just going the safe route by making him the interim world champion until Punk comes back, that annoys me because that's the safe route. That's the predictable route. Nobody thinks that Kyle O'Reilly is beating Jon Moxley tonight in this main event. Nobody thinks that. Nobody's convinced of that. And that was my problem with this Battle Royal. Everybody in this match, none of them were believable to go on to beat Jon Moxley. No disrespect to any of them, but as the match went on and guys were getting eliminated, it became even more and more clear that there was no way that whoever was winning this was going to beat Moxley. Not at all. And to me, the idea of MJF, the talk of professional wrestling right now, coming in and somehow worming his way into this battle royal, sneaking his way in somehow. What I would do when it gets down to the two final people, have MJF jump in from the crowd, toss both guys out at the same time. That way you can say, I eliminated the last two guys. I'm the last person standing in the ring. I'm the last guy standing. Everybody else was eliminated. You have no other scenario. There was nobody else left, just me, so therefore I deserve to be the number one contender for the AEW World Championship. And then you have Tony Khan essentially put in a tough spot. He's got no choice, essentially. MJF screwed up his plans. He stuck it to Tony Khan, stuck it to AEW. He's got no choice but to put MJF in the main event against Jon Moxley. MJF, in that match, cheats to win, screws Jon Moxley, beats him, goes on to the Forbidden Door pay-per-view represented by NJPW, which MJF has publicly made fun of and talked shit about and said that he doesn't watch because he doesn't like it. He doesn't like that kind of wrestling, and he said that in storyline, so it would make perfect sense for him to go up and go to this pay-per-view and be the biggest heel on the fucking planet amongst all the NJPW fans, and then he wins the AEW Interim World Heavyweight Championship. It writes itself, and he carries it. He carries it until Punk comes back, and then you have the most perfect story that you could possibly ask for between CM Punk and MJF in the return match to crown the true undisputed AEW World Heavyweight Champion. It's such a painfully obvious route to go, but for some reason I don't understand. Instead of doing that, you go with Kyle O'Reilly, which nobody believes is going to be the interim champion. Nobody believes he's going to beat Moxley. Even Moxley himself, as much as I love him, been there, done that. It's not breaking any new ground. You have an opportunity to blow up whatever plans that you had and take a risk, take a chance. Do something that isn't really ever done in professional wrestling. Hasn't really been done since when they did it with Punk in WWE, when everybody thought he was going to leave and he had the match with Cena at Money in the Bank. That was the biggest story in professional wrestling at the time. Everybody was talking about it, and it was a hell of a lot of fun, and it was intriguing to watch. This would have been intriguing. I don't understand how you not capitalize on that. It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. I mean, obviously there's still time for something to happen because the main event hasn't happened. Literally, this is in real time. This won't be uploaded on Wednesday, but this is in real time. We're going to see who wins that match and what happens in that main event to see who is going on to Forbidden Door. The bottom line for me, this is a really pissed away opportunity, and I'm really fucking disappointed in it. The Battle Royal was a major letdown. I wasn't expecting any kind of a major debut or anything like that. I just wanted to see them take a chance. Just take a risk. This is the kind... Playing it safe is what Vince does. It's what WWE does, day in and day out, week after week, month after month, year after year. Do something different. Your top guy just went down with an injury. He's going to be gone for months. He was your world champion. Just crowned as your world champion. What do you have to lose? You have nothing to lose. Take the guy who is the biggest talking point in professional wrestling right now and strap the rocket to him. You've got nothing to lose. Playing it safe is stupid and pointless. It doesn't benefit you at all. It's not going to benefit your ticket sales. It's not going to benefit your viewership. It's not going to benefit your ticket sales. Did I say that already? I probably said it already. That's how fucking annoyed I am. It's not going to benefit anything for your business and for your company to play it safe. Wrestling fans have had enough of playing it safe. Enough. We just went through COVID where everything was turned upside down. If there was ever a more appropriate time to take a risk, take a chance, strap the rocket to somebody you didn't plan to strap the rocket to, it's fucking now. Do it. God damn it. Come on, Tony. You'll listen to somebody who complains about the lighting out in the crowd, but you won't listen to this painfully obvious solution to this Punk problem. MJF is your biggest talking point in professional wrestling right now. He gets the best ratings every time he's on the show. Utilize the guy while you have him. If I were MJF and you are not utilizing and capitalizing on this opportunity, I'd be pissed. You'd be making my decision whether I stay or go for me. Come on now, Tony. God damn it. Like I said, the show is still going on, and we'll see what happens. We'll see. We're going to come right back after the main event happens, and we're going to discuss what the result is. Stay tuned. And Moxley won.